Hey, welcome to another day of a viewer request, and today it's going to be the Erdinger versus Edelweiss. Hey, SG Alcohol Guy here, making use of my Wines and Spirits certification to give you honest reviews on the alcohols that I am tasting. As mentioned, today is going to be another wheat beer comparison between Erdinger versus Edelweiss. Now, I did the Hoegaarden versus Erdinger recently, and I figured, well, let's have a comparison, because for the previous one, I preferred the Hoegaarden to this Erdinger, but I also preferred the Hoegaarden to the Edelweiss. So let's see, of the two, losers, which one do I prefer? So let's start with price. For the both of them, I got them in packs of 4. For the Erdinger, it's 18 Singapore dollars for 4 cans. For the Edelweiss, it is 12 Singapore dollars for 4 cans. It sounds like a huge price disparity, but the Edelweiss is only 330 milliliters, whereas the Erdinger is at 500 milliliters. So if you do a basic calculation and make them to the same size, they roughly both work out to $4.50 Singapore dollars per 500 ml. So it's going to be a very evenly priced battle today. And the Edelweiss is from the Alps of Austria, or is a product of Austria, whereas the Erdinger is a product of Germany. So let's see who makes the better wheat beer. And to be fair, I do know that the Edelweiss also has additional flavors. They do add in apple extract as well as natural herbs flavoring. So, it tends to be a lot more fragrant. So I'm going to start with the Erdinger because I remember it to be a bit more plain compared to beers with, flavors added. So Erdinger first. So again, I'm not using the proper pint glass, but I want to have a fair comparison of the colors of the two beers, and well, this is the only one that I have 2 of the same. Let's see. So I'll be a bit more gentle with the beer this time around to ensure less foam, and I'll try to fill it up as much as I can so you can see the comparison. And now, the Edelweiss. Same thing, I'm going to pour it a little bit slower to make sure that the foam level appearing is about the same, so that we can compare it fairly. Okay, now color-wise, they are identical. I cannot differentiate which is the Erdinger, which is the Edelweiss. Thankfully, I'm arranging them by can, but by looks alone, I can't tell which is which. Scent-wise, it's going to be a different story because the Edelweiss has a very strong beer scent, if that's the best way to describe it. You can actually have a whiff of the wheat beer, the yeast in the wheat beer. You can get the feel from the Erdinger. The Edelweiss, I don't even have to put my nose near it. There's to me it's a banana scent. I know it keeps saying apple extract. I just smell bananas. I mean, I smell the bananas from the glass. I don't smell like bananas. But yeah, it's a wheat beer that's flavored, in my opinion, with bananas. Taste test. Erdinger first. And as usual, if I'm doing a taste comparison, I will have some water to cleanse my palate. And Edelweiss. Having them side by side, the Edelweiss has more flavors to it as compared to the one-dimensional Erdinger. But this one-dimensional Erdinger is extremely well made. It might be one-dimensional, I have the same flavor on the tip of my tongue going all the way down. It's very, very consistent. But if you're looking for a consistent taste in your beer, this is, really one of the best. It doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't feel light, it's just nicely consistent and balanced. Now the Edelweiss, without watching my previous review, I'm trying to give you a fair opinion again. It does have added flavor, but I think that the flavor and the wheat beer portion doesn't really mix very well. It's sort of added like an afterthought. Sort of like, hey, we want more texture, let's add in apple extract to make it smell like bananas. It has that, created as an afterthought feel. Don't get me wrong, it's a delicious beer, it's just that the taste didn't really mix well together. I'm having different parts of the tongue tasting different things. I would prefer if, like the whole garden, it was just beautifully crafted and all the way down in different layers. This is just like, one part feels like bananas, one part feels like wheat beer, one part alcohol. It's just a mixture and it's not really well mixed for a mixture. So for a $4.50 Singapore dollar beer, I'm gonna go for the Erdinger. Hey there, thanks for watching up to this point. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, do help me click on the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And more importantly, drop me some comments. Let me know, which do you prefer, Erdinger or Edelweiss? Happy drinking!